unboxing. Big old box. What's in it isn't quite as big as the box. Let's see what we got. I'll move it over here. This says it's Asian candy. This is not Asian candy.
I think if you advertise that, you'd get arrested.
It's bags, and we're going to need those. And it comes with, oh, it fell out because that box was open. It comes with a little pump and clips. And then we have this. See if you can figure out what we got. This is the pump that goes with the bags. Sorry, it's in the cookies. And then this. This is what we bought. It's called a sous vide.
Sous vide. Sous vide, I think.
Sous vide. There's the name right there.
Yes, I know. I think it's pronounced.
Just because I can't pronounce it right.
Sous vide.
And that's all that was in the box. So, big old box. Bunch of little stuff. And we saw this on TV. Figured we'd give it a whirl. And see, there's lots of different versions of it.
So it's known as immersion cooking.
Yes. This one here, this part here is sold separately. These are add-ons that we added on. Now, if you have a vacuum sealer for storing food and stuff, I compared. That's why this one was open. The bags they have, you can actually get them for your sealer. We do have a sealer, but I figured some people wouldn't, so we got the bags so you can see how the bags work with it. You have to have the bags because basically we're boiling in a bag dinner. This part I have not opened yet, so I don't even know what it looks like inside here. So, move this over here. That's all this is. But when you get this, it makes a suggestion on Amazon. It makes a suggestion to buy this and this together because you will need the bags and you will need a container.
The idea is that you're going to be cooking at a lower temperature for longer periods of time, and the immersion heats everything to the same temperature, so you don't get any cold spots.
Yep, and this isn't a speed cooker. If you're looking for something to cook it fast, this isn't it. This is going to take some time to cook. Now, this is so far. Book. And making sure there's nothing else in here. I'm going to move this. I'll just move it over here for now. Alright. Now let's get this out of the package.
Why it wasn't
It's a ray gun. Not exactly a ray gun. But here it is. That's all it is. Looks like we have our digital up here on top.
Oh, you didn't let me peel that off. That's the most funnest part right there.
And we'll learn together what everything is on this. And here's our little book.
And what brand is this one?
The brand on this one is Inkbird.
Is that like a singer, Inkbird Humperdinck?
Yeah. Okay, so obviously this is the LED screen. I like how theirs is lit up, but mine is not. The control panel. Apparently there's a little light here. You can barely see it. It's a straight line. It's called the indicator light. And lo and behold, they're going to call this the handle. The clamp. Okay, there is a maximum fill line on here, so it shows it like right up here, so it's almost all the way to the top. That's the max, but you have to have no less than this all the way down here. And then this down here is called the water pump cap. Okay. I'm guessing somehow this comes off of here because it says detachable. I'm not going to do it right now. It says it's a detachable stainless steel column. It'll be this part.
What I understand, it heats the water and circulates it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh. When we get this plugged in and all the lights come up, it says it has a Wi-Fi connection. It shows you all the things of setting on here. It's not on here, it'll be our digital display.
I forgot you're supposed to be able to do that on your phone.
Yes, it has a Wi-Fi connection, and so you don't have to keep running back in here. You probably can set it up and look at your phone and see how.
No, I can install it on my phone.
Okay.
I got a thing on my phone that I can capture the screen. So.
Let's see. I don't know why. Well, probably because where it comes from. It says that the length of the cable is 1.2 meters, which is a lot longer than a lot of appliances, which is kind of nice. Most of them, they have to be right up against a plug because it won't, it comes with a cord that's this long. These down here will work. Once you have the display setting, it'll tell you that one of these is going to be the Wi-Fi reset button, the run stop, Wi-Fi reset, run stop, my book is backwards thing. And you can set the time, everything on here. It's going to have a few steps.
Close up, because every time I get close, I get a glare on it. That's better.
Yeah. Okay. So it has some simple steps, and it goes down one. The instructions look pretty simple. Basic operation. It says put a Sous Vide into a container. That's going to be our container right here. Okay. Problem is, it's going to go like that in the container. The clamp's going to go on the outside. Clamp the Sous Vide to the pot to fix it. Then we will fill the container with water. Then we plug this in, and then we get to see our display and set all our temperatures. Then we're going to use this, place our food in a sealed bag. So that all the air comes out. Then we're going to put the bag into the water once this reaches the right temperature. Making sure that it doesn't pass the maximum, the water doesn't pass the maximum line on here. So you probably, when you put the water in, you probably don't want to fill it all the way to the max line, because when you put your food in here, it's going to rise, just like anything else. Okay, and it says it has an alarm, and we don't know what it sounds like, but it says that it will alarm when cooking is done. Pretty basic. Once we get past this, the electronic part of it. I think once it's loaded to your phone and everything, it'll be a piece of cake.
You want me to go through loading it on the phone?
Not at this time. We'll worry about that later. It doesn't even start with that. See, it hasn't even given me the what to load. Okay, now we have a bag. We're going to use this one from this little set. This came with some clamps, and I'm not sure because it says to make sure that the food is completely submerged. So I guess we could clamp it to the side as long as the meat is completely, or whatever we're cooking is completely underwater. So the clamp just keeps the bag in place because the water will churn. Okay, so we have some clamps that came with it. With this, a couple different kinds of it. And then these.
No.
It actually shows that
Asiana candy bags.
it actually shows that when the food is in, it's clamped to the side,
Okay, so get a video.
like so. And then that part of the food needs to make sure it's underwater. They showed it pretty far down. So this just keeps it there. So what we're gonna do is we are going to get our steaks. Okay, so we found our steaks hiding in the fridge. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna start this part. I'm gonna put some water in here and then put this on there. I'm just gonna see how that works. I think it's at about 6 quarts. On this side, it's about 6 liters. All right. It says to put this in the machine. Clamp it to the side. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to use this side because my plug's over there. Clamp it to the side. And you can see our max line is way up here. So right now we're good. We probably could put a little more water in there than what's in there. Now, do we want to put both steaks in one bag or one in each? These are also, the difference between this and your, the difference between these bags and your food saver one, these are reusable. Looks like they come, oh, I can use this one. Looks like they come in a couple different sizes in there too. So you can pick and choose whichever one you want. Should we use 2 small ones and clamp them on either side?
It's up to you.
Let's try that. Come on. Alrighty. I got 2 small ones. All right. So they're the same size. All right. So it says to clamp this on. Okay, we're gonna put a little more water in here. Clamp it to the pot. Fill the container with water. Plug it in. Okay. So it looks like we need a little more water in here. Not quite enough.
And if you're small enough, you could probably use it as a little hot tub.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So
All right, so
hot tub for Barbie and Ken.
we're at about 8 now. Now the line is right here. So I probably don't want to go higher because these are the steaks we're going to use right here. I got 2 of them. Basically looking up online, what you're going to do is just however you like to season your steak. If you like just onion, salt, pepper, garlic, that's what we do. And in here, we always put a little bit of sriracha. I like a lot of garlic. So yeah, if you've watched my other videos, you already know that. Oh, onion needs a new shaker top. This stuff comes out like a banshee. Okay. Sriracha. This stuff is pretty good too. It's garlic sriracha.
It was good on the burgers last night.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't come out very well. I'm a little bit tempted because the chunks are too big. Tempted to just take the lid off.
I just kept hitting it against the counter to get it to.
And we're cutting back a little bit on our sodium, so this is no salt, but it has the same flavoring. Use what you want. You want salt, put salt in it.
It's potassium chloride rather than sodium chloride.
Okay, pepper. I'm just trying to keep the raw meat off my containers. It's a clean rag I set here. So I grab it. This pepper comes flying out. All right, now I'm gonna do one more side, and then I'm gonna get my vacuum bag. Probably should have plugged that in to heat. It's plugged in now. You can probably see the display better. Set the temperature. Oh, it's in cc's. Can we switch it?
I don't know. You have to read the instructions.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
I didn't know you were going to be right on my head.
Kinda have
It
to
does
be.
not say. Setting the temperature. 3.1 temperature setting and timer. Press the set button to the main enter function. Okay. So, to get it to change to Fahrenheit, sorry, you hold the set button down, and the square will be up here on the top, and then you just push the plus button until it changes.
Okay, so metric.
Okay.
You
So
want-
metric,
you wanna
I'm going to
change
change
to-
to inches, or
Yeah.
okay, and then hit the set button again. Temperature calibration.
I don't know what that is.
I don't really have anything to calibrate it against right now. I guess it's like calibrating a thermometer. I don't seem to oh, here, how to calibrate. Press and hold the button to enter the calibrating interface. Press the set button to choose calibrate. Okay, that's where we are. Press the minus button or the plus button to calibrate the temperature. Hold the set button for seconds and it will go back to the main menu. I don't know what I'm calibrating it to. It doesn't say in the book.
It's preset temperature.
Oops.
All right, I'm gonna pause
Oh,
it.
here.
Oh.
Beef. Okay. The menu is beef. So, no. I want beef. Okay. Set. Whoops, no. I wish it was touch here. That would make it a lot easier.
Okay, on beef, I'm gonna go down to tender steak. It just okay, tender steak. Okay, tender steak set.
Every time you go through one, you hit set and it moves down. Do we want it rare? How about medium rare? Okay,
Yes.
set. Okay. It says 1.5 centimeters, 45 minutes. Okay. I don't know why it's still in centimeters. All right, once it's set, is it on?
I don't know. You're supposed to hit that
I did.
button right there. Yeah.
I did. I don't know. It says an indicator light.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to edit some of this. We had to take a pause because the instructions just kind of stop and are a little bit vague. It just says basically clip it on, put water in, and go. And we went through all the steps. We now have it set for beef, tender steaks, medium rare. I can't get it to get off of centimeters. We'll work on that. But we determined that these are about 5 centimeters
Yeah.
thick. Here we go.
Well, must be working if it's got a timer. So
Does that mean the water has reached its temp? Anyway,
it's at
let's get this.
40.7 centigrade.
Yeah, and I just
Alexa?
changed it to Fahrenheit.
Convert. How much is 40.7 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
42.7 degrees Celsius is 108.86 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's not very hot. Okay. He's still looking to put the app on the phone, but we think we have it set. We're going to find out because it flipped back after I had preset it. It went back to, what, centigrade?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's going to be the right temperature that we need. It might have to be higher. We'll see. But it is heating up. And we went ahead and our meat has been seasoned with basic stuff, put in a bag. It says to squeeze out as much of the air as you can.
Now it keeps saying network error.
Hmm.
Why? I don't know. Maybe I need to
Turn your Wi-Fi off or on, or.
connect. It says
Okay.
connected.
And then we take this little thing here. I don't know if it can see me. And there's a little blue dot up on the bag here. And we're going to take this that they sent with it, put it over the blue dot to help suck out any more air.
Pause recording.
I'm not sure how this works. I feel like I'm defeating the purpose by pumping air back to it.
So sucking all the air out.
Well, I'm trying to, but
Camera's on that.
I'm not sure how that works.
Okay, let's try this again.
According to the directions, that's all you're supposed to do. But the air needs to be out. Yeah. It says put it in, squeeze all the air to the top. So I rolled it up to try and get the air out, and now I'm going to put the plunger on here and see if that gets any more air out. Almost seems like it blows it up.
See, it doesn't even show it in.
There it goes. Now this, there it goes. Okay, so all of the air is now out. It's as vacuum sealed as one of these will do. If you have the food saver, there's a little thing on the side that's that might work a little bit faster. Okay, so now we have that one. I'm going to do it again with this one.
Just like anybody, easy with practice. A lot of reading. Squeeze the air out, seal it. Put your pump on there, on the blue dot. Let's push it down. Easy. There's too much air in there. I'm taking it off. There's no indication to do that. According to that, we should be able to roll enough air out. Oh, stupid doll here. Gimbal is driving me nuts here.
One more time how to do it. It gets really hard to pull. Bag is vacuum sealed.
Lights
That works.
green, traps clean.
That's right. Now, this says it's going to go to 49.5 centigrade. It's at 47 right now, so it's almost there. And we're going to put this in our bag, our bag in here. Put one there and one over here. And then we're going to let it go and see what happens. This, because they're so thick, when we were talking about a time, yeah, according to this, it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, couple hours.
No, according to this, at this setting, it's going to take 7 hours.
No way.
7 hours.
Alexa, what temperature is 49.5 centigrade in Fahrenheit?
49.5 degrees Celsius is 121 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, good Lord.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to
Thanks for your feedback.
Let's go back to set and let's turn that up. See, do I just let it sit there until it goes back? Because now it's on Fahrenheit and it's on inches. And now I'm back to temperature calibration. But when I go to calibrate, or go up or down, I don't know what, there's nothing in this book that shows me what these numbers for calibration are. I lost my book.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to put some research into it.
Yeah, a little bit more research. Because it just says to calibrate temperature in here. I will go right to it. How to calibrate. Press and hold the button. Mine is to enter the calibration interface, which is where we are. Press the set button to choose the calibrate. I did. Press the minus or plus button to calibrate the temperature. But this just says 6. I could be here all day because you have to tap it. I don't know how high it goes.
No, I'm not recording that, so.
I could be here all day doing this. It goes to 30. What's 30? I see. I don't know if there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here that shows. Are you recording?
Yes.
That shows any numbers. And the temperature calibration goes to 30. But I really don't know what I'm calibrating to because there's nothing here to indicate. It just says calibrate Fahrenheit or centigrade, but Celsius. But I don't know how I said centigrade, Celsius unit. But there's nothing to tell me what the numbers mean or anything. So I guess I'll have to go research that on my own. So for now, I'm not going to leave it at 30. And it won't, if you hold it, it won't work. You have to tap it. So I'll leave it at 2. It says to push this to start cooking. Is it working?
Yeah, but you only got a couple. The only thing I can think of is you're out of memory. I'll have to get the other video camera. See what it does.
Okay, it says now that the temperature, okay, let me see. This says that the set temperature is 122 degrees. Still going to take 7 hours to cook these.
Maybe these steaks weren't such a good idea to cook in the first place. Because I ain't getting up at 1 o'clock.
122 is the highest it'll go. Can't
All
get
right.
it to go any higher than that. Still says 7 hours. But we'll check them.
After 5.
Okay, and it says to start, and right now it's at 119. We did get it to stick back to Fahrenheit. It could be that we made the steaks are a little too thick. I mean, that we put them in there as being a little too thick, so. Once it gets up another 2 degrees, I'll go ahead and put clamp the bags in. I would suggest that when you do this that you put it in a safe spot so it's going to be out of the way where nobody's going to muck it, because this is going to be about 122, so keep the kids out of the kitchen. Put it someplace back so that nobody bumps it. I think I'm going to move it back just a little bit because we have some little friends visiting. So I'm going to put it in the middle of the counter and they shouldn't be able to get it. Okay, I'm at 122 now. So I'm going to say with this on a review, overall, the instructions suck.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've gone through the instructions again. Basic operation, that was all the specifications. Oh, it goes to 210 degrees, dear.
Oh, well,
So why can't I turn it up?
I don't know. Maybe the preset.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at 210. I'm going to set it for 3 hours. 3 hours. But now I put it in there and the temperature wasn't hot enough. Something to add, if the water level drops below its setting, below the minimal, it will sound an alarm and stop. Yeah, like I said, here, let me go through the basic operation. Put the sous vide into the container. Okay. Clamp it to the side of the pot to fix. Fill the container with water. Plug it in. Set the temperature and time for your food. Place the food in a sealed bag. Squeeze the air out, then lower the bag into the water when it is at the right temperature. The water level should be within the maximum fill line and between the max and the min.
Okay, so it's cooking. It's got a ways to go.